Hello everybody and welcome back again to a Combat Patrol Review magazine, issue 25, as we're flying through these magazines now. So in this one, no minis, boo! However, we have got Noon Oil and we have Caragor Crimson. Noon Oil. So anyone asks you, oh, I'm painting something in Scream of Pink, what should I shade it with? Noon Oil. Oh, I've just painted my Space Marine bolters in Lead Belcher, what should I use? Noon Oil. This will solve your problems as a shade. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Nobel Peace Prize award winner to Citadel color. Literally, you could do anything with this one. So finally, we have that. It's only taken them 25 issues in the paints. Yeah, moving on. So we also got a brush as well for our shades. Nylon brush here with a shade medium brush. Looking forward to the work in progress in this, especially with Noon Oil. It's probably the whole magazine, to be honest. It's that thick. Yeah, just paint your models in Noon Oil. Anyway, moving on. So, front cover here we have our Aeldari avatar here with his sword ready to slash down on the enemy. So, technic shading, what I say, look, the poster boy for this magazine is Noon Oil. So, talking a bit here about the shading techniques and how we're going to be doing it, starting with the Tyranid armor, applying the paint, blah blah blah, brush in one direction, as shown here. Some nice colourful yellow arrows. So here's our technique. Yeah, recess shading, clean up, Noon Oil. Here we go. Start with the Space Marines. Painting the ultramarine blue armor, any kind of cracks, crevices, Noon Oil. Bolters, what I tell you, Noon Oil. Swords, Noon Oil. The librarian's book, Noon Oil. Moving on, more Noon Oil. Space Marine bases, Noon Oil. Yeah. So the Psychophage, Noon Oil. Caragor Crimson here for the Tyranids flesh. However, Magos Purple, if you're painting Leviathan, just water it down, and yeah, makes a good sort of light skin tone for them. That's what my Tyranids are in, and that's Magos Purple. I didn't use Caragor Crimson. Whether they'll give us Magos Purple in future issues, I don't know. I doubt it, because the Caragor Crimson is pretty much covering it there. So there you go, tentacles on the Von Rhine Leapers, the wings for the Tyranid Prime, Noon Oil for our Aeldari Buzz's helmet, and the only thing that is Caragor Crimson is actually his coat. However, add Noon Oil that too. So work in progress for our Space Marines and our Aeldari. For our Nids, still work in progress. Pretty much everything from the Combat Patrol for the Tyranids are on there. So, Sam Han, Craft World, bit of a read about that. And I will just pan it here. If anyone wants to read, pause and have a good gander. Showing their world rune there. Moving on, Asian culture. Bit of a chat about their Asian culture and their Wild Rider clans. The strike force of the Wild Riders jet over the rigid wastelands towards their enemy. Obviously, we're getting some of these guys soon. These ones here in 3 different parts of the magazine, so we'll be getting 2 each. Aeldari paper Pantheon. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but there you go. We got some art there. The Harlequins fighting some demons. We got the Avatar down there slaying a Space Marine. Talk about Phoenix Lords. Obviously, we've now Games Workshop have done the new Aeldari minis, and we have had the new Phoenix Lords that have been updated. Obviously, Giant Tsar hasn't. We've still got the same one. I've still got mine in the box that needs to be painted. We're talking about a few more little things here. The Aeldari kind. I'll just leave that there if anyone wants to read. The Incan there. And going back to the Aeldari. Right, so play. So obviously this is a new thing, the synapse. Yeah, these will be basically in your keywords for your data sheets. It's part of your leadership test, battle shock. As it states here, you roll 3 dice here instead of 2. So just a quick read here. In this example, the unit of Termagants must take a battle shock test because they are within 6 inches of the Tyranid Prime. Here. Which has synapse keyword in his data sheet, which is there. They are able to take the test with 3d6 instead of 2d6. The player rolls a 1, 4, and 5 for a total of 10. Termagants have a leadership characteristic of 8+, so this is either to them to pass the test. They will continue to get this bonus d6 to battle shock tests for as long as they stay within the synapse range of the Tyranid Prime. As stated here in this little demonstration, they are within 6 inches, so they can roll their battle shock test with 3d6 instead of 2. And that is highlighted there with the synapse keyword there for their data sheets. So another one here as well, Shadow of the Warp. They're giving us some examples here of Shadow of the Warp. In this example, the Tyranids player used Shadow of the Warp during the Space Marines command phase, and the Space Marine units must take a battle shock test. The player rolls a total of 8 for the Librarian, higher than leadership test characteristics of 6, which passes. The Captain and Terminids also pass. However, the player rolls a total of 4 for the Infernus Marines, who fell in this lower than their leadership characteristics of 6+, as shown here. So here they are, Infernus squad, they failed. The rest, Terminator squad, the Librarian and the Captain have all passed. Obviously, very soon, I will be carrying on with the combat patrols. Very soon. Very, very soon. I do apologise for the delay. So here we go, example start of turn 2. So yeah, no Aeldari. We're just carrying on with the combat patrols. The 2 ones that we got first, which was obviously the Tyranids and the Space Marines. If you've seen my previous videos, all painted and ready to go. So here we go. We're obviously going to be using our terrain cards again for the NIDs, and obviously from the Imperial factors there. So Space Marines turn, as it is. Start of our command phase, movement, shooting phase, charge, and fight phases. So here they're still giving us a scenario as Terminators have failed their battle shock test. The objective control characteristics drops to 0. This means they cannot score victory points during this turn. There's our battle tip there. I'll just read that. Leave this here so you can have a read. And moving on, got our NID's turn. So the command phase, the movement, shooting, charge, and fight. Still carrying on with our battle shock rolls here for the Tyranids turn. Again, giving us this example. Another example down here with some Astra Militarum with a Leman Russ tank there. Looks like they are fighting. Oh, what is that? Hive Tyrant. Yeah, there's the Hive Tyrant with them. So, Tyranids abilities recap. More about the NIDs on this one. So, Synapse and Shadow of the Warp. I'll leave this here if anyone was pausing, have a read. Going down, Screamer Killer, as we got in the Leviathan box set, with terrain effects in the background. And obviously, because now we are on the next 2 factions, these are going to probably be the same risk sort of pages for the with the Aeldari and the Black Legion. And so look forward to our next review, issue 26. We get our Wraith Lord, and we also get the first part of 3 of the Wind Raiders. So obviously 1 of 3, we're going to be getting 2 in each. That's what I can imagine anyway. Probably does actually make sense. So there you go, that's the review done. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon for the next review. Take care for now, and I'll see you all soon. Stay safe.